Let me let you know right now for Chrissy. My name is Jai, okay? I always leave comments. I try to, you know, put as much, that I could put inside of a comment. Anytime I see things getting a little hectic on your end, because I don't want you to think that you are alone, my girl. Why they trying to have my girl like she out here? I know she goes dolo from state to state. I know how she do, but what I'm saying is you're not alone, my friend. You're not alone. And I know people tend to spew negativity more than they just come out and say thank you. Yo, Chrissy, my girl, thank you. Thank you for make sure I wasn't I'll be talking on this thing. I be covering the mic. I don't do this. I don't do this often at all. Like I holler at my people when it's time. But other than that, you know, Chrissy don't know me from a can of paint, but I know her because I watch her and I hang out with her and her kids, you know? And so I hate to see a sister that be striving and trying and people trying to make it a dark hour for my girl. You not about to do that. We not doing that. Why is my chip? Sorry, because the chair just sliding on me. Dang. So anyway, um, what were we saying? Chrissy, come back, sis. Come back to your full strength, sis. Come back, sis. Do what you do. I know you back at home, sis. Come back. It's it's up. It's up like 7. Just come back. And let me give you a shout. Let me let you know that your content, your offerings, the things that you've shared as a influencer, girl, people ain't know how to get them kids. They give kids well balanced meal until they met Chrissy. Chrissy, you portion out quality food. You portion out um, the vegetable, the fruit. You portion out different sorts of bread, whether it's whole wheat or, you know, girl, you feed them. You feed your kids well, okay? And when people be saying, oh, whatever they be talking about, like her kids getting little portions, like where you from? Like you from the islands? Because the islands is the only people I know personally that give you a huge ass plate, and we appreciate that. But over here, um, the wealthy people in America, they don't sit and just eat mad food. You get what I'm saying? So if you in the islands and I love when I go to my island fam house because they gonna portion out a mountain and it's gonna be like rice and peas, oxtail, plantain, cabbage, all of that good stuff is gonna be in that plate. However, their economy and their structure and what different things goes on there, a lot of times I know it's the culture. What you looking for, Hemi? Um, I made some chicken and black bean sauce, but it's not done yet. Okay, so yeah, it's a comfort thing, and it's a very, you know, act of kindness. I feel like when I eat with my Caribbean people because that's how they show they love, you know. But in my family, my mom and my dad, from I was a child that I could remember being on this earth realm, they portion my food like Chrissy portioned her kids' food, you know. And my dad was a street dude, but I know one thing about wealthy people in America too. Child, they don't be eating all that food. They portion their food. Okay, so I love that she taught her kids how to eat a balanced meal, And, you know, the girl just be, people be thinking that, what is y'all thinking of? Why y'all be attacking her like that? That's what I don't understand. Like, what? I know enemies is necessary because enemies train you. Enemies train you. So your enemies get you prepared for the war. So don't ever die in a battle. But, and I say enemies because when it's an attack and you getting a cell left, right, front, and center, you know, and you ain't a cell nobody, like that girl content, she don't be a selling people. You can, if you check this woman's content, this mother, it's mostly about herself and her family. She don't just be coming at people like that. And I never, you can go all the way back, and that's not her thing. So people be mad and thinking people kissing up to her and trying to pander to her. People don't pander to her. She has content, and when it motivates people, it inspires people. When you got people that's looking for her to post, then of course they're gonna say positive things to her, and they do offer constructive criticism. You know, she just know the difference between hate and criticism, because when you hating, you don't have a solution. All you got is a problem, and you're very condescending. And when you're hating, it's just like dark energy goes with it, like hyenas and kiki and all of that. Like, what in the world? But anyway, when it's constructive criticism, it comes with repair. Just like if the earth, the earth is in labor, is gonna give birth. If the tree is needing to have new growth, it's gonna be trimmed. It's gonna show you it need to be trimmed. It got to be pruned. It's ready for new growth. If a plant that's giving us oxygen, the leaves, right, is going to show you that it needs water, or it's going to get dry as heck. So everything communicates its problem, and then the water resolves it. Whatever's born, out of the earth when it's in labor, it's born. Sometime it needs a new season to be born. Whatever, it's born. When it comes to the plants or whatever, if they're dried up, they're watered, whatever the case may be. Everything has a solution, everything has an answer, everything naturally repairs if it's not in sync. So if I'm not in sync, or my sister or my brother is not in sync, all I'm looking for is a little realignment and a little repair. You ain't gotta ruin me. Don't ruin me. Don't trash me. Like, where that come from? Where we do that at? Like, what are those? Who's that guy? Where this breed come from? I'm saying this because I don't see how a mother that got her children, birthed her children, she ain't abort the kids, they here, that's clearly and evidently nurturing the kids. The girls show you that she feed off of love, she feed off of comfort. So I don't see how people interpret her attitude or her actions as harmful. Usually, even if she with a man or whoever she with, is tied to comfort. It's tied to comfort. It's tied to nurturing. It's tied to a sense of desiring that. And so when she with her kids, you'll see her always rubbing their head or kiss their cheek and things like that. She always tell them that they're beautiful. I don't think people just was raised with that type of energy. And I don't know if it's paining them. Damn. Well, yeah, sometimes healthy medication can pain you. But that's medication. Like, don't be trying to cut down the medicine. Our people need healing. And like, what's his name? Teach me how to love. Show me the way to surrender my heart. Soul Child, right? Sometimes you got to be taught how to love. You don't know. And so we're learning. Can we keep those doors open to the people that's sharing that process of learning how to love? Because I'm telling you, this daughter does not come out destroying and trying to harm and damage things and people and places. So y'all gotta let up off her. But I know one thing. I'm gonna make this video. I'm gonna try to reach out to Jazz. I think her name is Jazzy. Yeah. She mentioned Chrissy yesterday, and I know she a real one, so I know she's not about to mention you if she didn't care, because she don't come out talking about who she talked to or what she doing in her private life, because I could tell that she's a protective person. Her first response is always to protect you. So Jazz, big ups to you. You protected a lot of mothers and fathers when you spoke about not pointing fingers and not internalizing failure based off of how your children came out. That was your message. I think I saw it yesterday, and you were just saying that, hey, you can invest all you can into your child. You can give them the best. You can value them and things like that. And yeah, and so you were saying they may come out a little awkward. They may still resort in some sort of malfunction. Like, I'm trying to understand why wouldn't they though? Like, yeah, it's gonna be a malfunction. Believe that. You know how many different genes and how many different influences and how much is made up into raising a child. How many environments, communities are like my daughter's in was in Brooklyn every year since she was 5 years old. My kids was born in Atlanta and raised with me. So she got all kind of different personality traits that also, and then her family up there, Guyanese. So that's another culture too. So of course she gonna be expressing all of her. And you have to allow people. Just allow them. Like, what's wrong? Just allow them. Just allow. Why black people so scared? Like, everybody else is doing whatever they want to do. And I'm talking about in America. You know, Babylon and the Babylonians do what they want to do. And I say that because this is Babylon. Like, this is not our culture. This ain't our heritage. If we were in our homeland, where, you know, it don't matter if you Native American, Aboriginal, African. The point is, if you were in your environment and your natural habitation, it's controlled. And that's where you're going to not have the malfunctions. It's going to be very much aligned because your spirit is aligned. Your child knows who they are. They're connecting, right? So their ancestors, their elders, the people around them represent and speak to who they are. And so they're grounded, they're centered, and that nourishment to that person is there. But we in Babylon, you know, you can't be this, you can't be that. You got a whole nother culture that's, like I said, you got internet, you got TV, you got all these things, and it's not necessarily inspired by our beliefs and our heritage and what we would have naturally, you know, villaged up and supported. No. America really don't have a village. As much as different groups do try to support that it takes a village to raise a child, after we just survived the 666 plague, the 6 feet under, you know, extermination plot that they tried to put on us, right? We still here, right? And yet we just survived a very dark hour, you know? And that dark hour wasn't a game. Like, mofos was trying to exterminate us. And so you survived it, and you're here, and your child is here, your children are here. You let them live, like, let them breathe, let them survive, let them be who they are. She said it's people she know that they say to her that they hate their parent. Their parent is either too controlling or oppressing, oppressive, and that's not something you ever want to be. Don't oppress. Don't oppress. Let live and let live. You say Christ, well, Christ is a living spirit. You can't be killing people. You just gotta let them grow and let them go. So I hope that, just like she encouraged the masses who do listen to her, that she's also encouraged, and that, Jazz, that that you're doing a wonderful job. I wanted Chrissy to know she's doing a wonderful job. I wanted, Jazz to know, because I just appreciated her mentioning Chrissy. I think I heard Chrissy say several months ago, like, nobody's caping for her. Like, when it get hot and it get all crazy against her, and she take a seat back, right? And then she says nobody's gonna jump in and, you know what I'm saying, step up for her. You'll see all the little negative, content that I guess they call it reactors. That's what they do or whatever. But they don't jump in for Chrissy. So, and her riders, and a lot of people ride for you, and they're not vocal. They might be praying for you, they might be sending you a lot of love and light, but I said, nah. I feel like it's a glare on me. Yep. So, um I'm sending you love and light, sis, both of y'all. I appreciate both of you guys. I wanted to make sure I ain't in no rush. Ooh, I wanted to make sure that I said everything that I had to say. It's just that my arm is tired and I ain't got no equipment to hold this because I ain't no influencer. But the time that I'm taking to make this video, and I'm gonna try to make sure that Chrissy and Jazz get it, because I ain't got no subscribers, so I don't know if it's even gonna get to you, but I'll do my best to make sure that you get this message from me. I'm Jai. I do speak on both of y'all platforms when I get a chance to check in. It's always a pleasure. Y'all some women that's gonna fight. I'm telling you, and you gonna strive to do right and to make things right around your life. If it ain't working, you gonna fix it. And so I hope that this shares into the functionality and the repair and the outcome that you do want, because positivity, love, encouraging words, education, instruction, and guidance is what we need. We don't need none of that, you know, poison. Yeah, because we already done been hit with everything you could throw at us as a people. So trying to figure out, like, who going down without a fight. And then even if you fight, how you going down? Just hold your faith. Hold your faith, hold your faith. David killed Goliath with a stone. So hold your faith, and whatever giant, whatever trying to overwhelm, you know, become mountainous, it'll turn into a molehill. It'll become a plain. It will be laid flat. Hold your faith. You got the faith to lay it down and then just stomp on them, walk. That's all. Walk. Do your thing. I appreciate that Chrissy was helping her mom clean and organize, and I mean it's just it's so therapeutic. And I know Jazz is always helping her mom, her girl. When you say this spirit got your mom, that's a spirit, trust me. And it's only for a time, but that's your best friend, and the love that you have and how close you are. We love our mother. I'm a daddy's girl, like, but I love my mom. I don't know. That's just, I don't know. That come with my people or my nature. I don't know, but I know what it means when that's like your life. So therefore, I appreciate you just holding up the strength and holding it up for your brother. And for Chrissy, I watched her, you know, put in some work at her mom's house to make things comfortable for her mother. And I always see her mom, when she can, make things a little easier for her daughter as well. So, um, you know, come on. Like, it's time to show some love. It's time to promote healing. I'm so proud of you both. And like I said, people, when it's a dark hour, people tend to concentrate on what coulda, woulda, shoulda. And I went through it, when it comes to your parents, like all of a sudden you just losing your mind. And like, how this happened, and how that work, and you just kind of start spazzing. Like, everybody go through it. I don't know what that is. It just must be a dark hour, where you come into like your late 20s, 30s, and just be like having a, it might just be the growing pain and coming into womanhood or sonship, manhood, where that struggle between parent and child happens. I ain't talking about the rebellious teenager. I'm just talking about people that just, it's like the enemy tries to rip you from your parents at a certain age. And then you just have to grow and understand and come back to the reality that, hey, this person invested in me. This person gave me the tools that I needed to be a thinker. They, like Chrissy says all the time, that her mother exposed her to nice things. Her mother, she was traveled through her mother, like she was on flights. She that's why she not scared to move around. A lot of people just scared to do things. You're not realizing everybody wasn't raised in fear. Like, mofos just be afraid, and their energy just exhibits fearfulness. Fearfulness. Chrissy, don't ever be scared, girl. You made so many people, I'm sure, get up and do things and believe something was possible and accomplish something that they would not have done. And you are strong. You do have a strength, and a lot of your strength comes from your faith. Remember, her foundation is Christ, and nobody's going to take that from her. She's always vocally professed that. And another thing, Chrissy has, I guess, lace fronts just ran through our community. So everybody, that's a style, just like weaves was a style. Everything's a style. But I know before she really did a lot of traveling, Chrissy was always natural, very much black, very much proud of her melanin, proud of her person, proud of who she is, proud of, she took ownership of her whole being. So I don't see where the whole cap and this whole idea that she trying to delude or anybody, because she don't even say things that most people boast about. If she has a nice home, or she puts, aesthetically pleasing decor, and she has updated appliances and things that people tend to, I guess, get jealous. I don't even know what's picking people the wrong way, but it's balanced. Like, she ain't sitting up here idolizing it. She letting you know, I'm also this, I'm also that, I also got this going on. So everything in her life is balanced. It's balanced. I'm talking about when she delivers her content. I don't know her personal life, but her content is balanced. Like, it ain't never trying to present perfection, or I'm better than you, or that's gotta be people personal. It's just gotta be, because her whole foundation of her content was what I observed from the time I start going and looking and really following her. It was always just her being herself. It didn't matter how her hair was, didn't matter if she had on makeup or not, if she had on a filter or not. Like, I don't know why y'all, like, it ain't never matter. It ain't never matter. I think as the channel grew and she started traveling, if you want to enhance the business of your content, then you better be creating that atmosphere and using filters and whatever else you got to use, not only for your delivery, but also for the delivery of the product. Because they want to, just like TV, it's like, you think a commercial is real? Like, you think everything on that product, every wrapping, every kitchen and all the stuff that they show you, like that's the business side of business, like retail or products and services, whatever you're marketing. So ignorance is bliss. But I'm a really, hope I'm hoping that I can get this message to you, Chrissy and Jazz. um I hope y'all elevate. I hope y'all just take this and just come up to your next level. You invested, you know, both of y'all invested. Both of y'all cared, you know, both of y'all are not selfish daughters. Both of y'all have someone other than yourself that you truly love, and you be giving it 100. You do, both of y'all. And so it shows, because you know wisdom by her fruit. And it does show. Like, I don't even know where folks be coming from, but both of you guys show a lot of wisdom in your decisions. You show a lot of light, and you show a lot of resilience. Resilience is an attribute of wisdom. Patience is an attribute of wisdom. Kindness is an attribute of wisdom. Um, you know, both of you guys educate on what you know, both of y'all. And so your children, I've seen you spend tons of time with your children. When I'm during that pandemic, it's when y'all was going outside. You motivate us to get the kids, go outside, grab a ball, grab a walk to the park, grab a ice cream cone. It's the simple things, like it's the simple things, grab each other, play with each other at the park or at the event space or whatever event space that you created. If it's a birthday or whatever, you know, yeah. Or you at a Chuck E. Cheese or wherever you at. The point is, you show engagement with your kids. Chrissy I watched her and Jazz, I think, do like projects with their kids. Yeah, both of them. A lot of engagement, a lot of interaction. And both of you mothers, and any mothers that see this, any fathers that's really invested in their children and wanting the best outcome for their family, because some of us, our family is our vision, like for real, like money and cars and houses, like as Chrissy showed you, it's easy to get. It really is. It's easy to get. Like, all you got to do is go get it. But substance and a good foundation, and making sure your kids have the tools that they need to do well, that takes time. Okay? That takes understanding. That takes courage in the face of fire. That takes being able to pray, being able to travail, being able to reach out to the counselor or whoever needs to be reached out to at the time. Tons of, you know, doctors and dentists and all this. You gotta, come on, you gotta deal with the mental, physical, and emotional health of your child, and the physical health. Did I say physical? Yeah. And their spiritual health. So it's just like a lot. And parents put in a lot. I'm talking to these mothers right now and hoping that you will be edified and be strengthened through my words. And anyone else, I pray that you will take this time and just be born. Be born. Be born. Let your life, let your light, let your newness and whatever growth that have been accomplished through the labor pains. A lot of time it's just labor pain. Even if the enemy is attacking, a contraction feel like an attack, so it don't matter. If it's got to enforce that contracting in order that that life, that new life, that new light, that growth can come out, let it come out. Let it come out. Don't beat yourself up, and don't you get down about you being born. I celebrate you. I celebrate you, my sisters and my brothers. I'm not leaving you out because we need so much balance with our men again. I'm talking to Chrissy and Jazz because I'm not going to watch warfare and things increase around someone that I admire and just not say nothing. I'm not that person. So, bless up to all of y'all, and once again, just be born. Happy birthday to you.